Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, everyone's coming in from Epic today. That's great. Right, Amy, are you happy to read the pre-recording consent?
Yeah, that's fine by me. Yeah. So before we begin recording, I want to make sure everyone is aware and comfortable. This session is being streamed and recorded as part of UAT Lero's mission to build recovery capital and challenge stigma. Your personal safety and comfort come first. If at any time you would like your contribution or the recording deleted, please say so, and it will be removed without question. Please remember, take personal responsibility for what you share. This is an adult learning environment, not therapy, mutual aid, or a faith based organisation. If you are happy to proceed, please give a verbal yes or use the chat to confirm your consent to the recording.
Yes.
Yes. Great. Katie, Aura, Craig, Dion. I can't see you there. You're behind my. Nice to see you. I was up in your neck of the woods yesterday. Everyone sounded like you.
And you didn't even say hi. I'm so offended.
Oh, well, it's okay.
It's
Where
just
do you
not good enough.
where do you feel that feeling on your body? Give it a color.
Just absolutely furious all over.
Yeah, and is it red?
Uh, Bright
Oh,
red.
okay, cool. Enjoy it. Feel warm. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first SWP training of 2026. I spent the Christmas period. It was so nice not having anyone bother me so I could carry on working. I really had a nice time with global domination and oh, we can do this and this and this. So what I'm doing is you'll see up in the top there, yeah, there's a 167 project that is starting. And the 167 project was a name that was given to us, an idea where somebody goes for 1 hour of treatment a week. But what do they do for the other 167 hours? Yeah. And so it's a nice banner to put this project under and to kick off what we're doing. Yep. And we've got the YouTube channel and we stream three things into our Maoni AI brain. Yeah. And we've got the community of practice on a Tuesday. We've got the Lero development on a Thursday, and then we got the systemic wellness practitioner on a Thursday afternoon. So those three streams capture the content of what we speak about. And why that is good is because to measure success, outcomes, all that sorts of things, it becomes a lot more efficient than doing a class and then waiting for someone to do a survey afterwards. And what it's can ask a question here and there. You can get the feedback, and then we can use that data. Yeah, which basically means we can then do better, um, provide better training, and bring more and more professional credibility to the role of somebody with lived experience. And so I was very excited setting all that up. And yeah. Hey, Trish,
Hello, David.
are you checking in?
I'm checking in good, busy, 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 but really good, busy, all positive.
Great. Okay, cool. Lovely to have you here. All right, so that's a 167 project. And to kick off the year, we're going to be giving away a free in-person training, a 2-day training on the 16th and 17th of February in London for anyone that wants to become a sober companion. So it'll be a 2-day training for people that are interested in becoming sober companions. And that'll be held in person at the campus here in London. And we want to give it away to attract as many people as possible. And then hopefully that becomes a marketing thing for us, and I can stake our claim as the London Recovery Coaching Campus. Whoop whoop. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm on very strong coffee, and let's start the check-in and build the container. Like Craig's waving at the light there. Go, Craig. All right, cool. So let's have a roar from Kent. Katie, give us a shout.
Rah!
Okay, that sounded more like a burp bear.
I
You know,
know.
you know those little bears that you would like tip like that and they go, "Arr."
I've been really ill over Christmas. I've had
Oh,
bloody
shit.
flu. That's proper knocked me out. So that's why my roar's not very good, because the voice is not very good. But it did mean that I didn't have to speak to anyone. It did mean I didn't have to do anything other than just, fanny about, really. So that was okay. I'm checking in feeling really optimistic. I've just had supervision and set some goals for myself for this year, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm bringing excitement into the container today, and I will tag Amy. Lovely to see you.
Thanks, Katie. Yeah, I'm feeling very calm and like revitalized. I had Christmas off, and it's probably, I can't even remember the last time I had Christmas off. So I normally work.
Oh.
So it was just lovely. Um, and yeah, I've been doing a lot of work on that work-life balance, which is going really well. So yeah, feeling good. And I'll tag Tom.
Thank you very much, Amy. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. There's a lot of things going on personally with grandparents. Both grandparents are ill in hospital and whatnot, so it's been quite chaotic. So it's been a difficult period, but Christmas was quite relaxing. It was lovely, but I'm okay. I'm here. I'm present, trying to be. But I will tag in Trish.
Yeah, Christmas for me was, in one word, hectic, shall we say. I've got a big family, and I was the one that fed everyone, so 6 kids, 5 grandkids, and partners and stuff like that. But although it was hectic, I loved it. It was sober. I can remember it. It's just makes you realise how lucky I really am to still have it all after everything I've put them through, shall we say. So yeah, I've started this year feeling really grateful. A lot of reflecting, and I'm just loving it. Yeah, thank you. I'll tag Dion.
6 kids, 5 grandkids. Match that, Dion.
Can't quite match that, but thanks, Trish. I am checking in, feeling tired, but only because I've been super productive today. And yeah, Christmas with my baby was lovely. Her first ever Christmas, so yeah, that was really sweet. Yeah, we'll just see what the new year brings, and I will tag Andrea.
Thanks, Dion, and hello.
Hello. Are you all right?
Yeah. I've had a nightmare for Christmas, I'm not gonna lie. But that's behind us now, and I'm trying to make better choices for me, because I've had a lot of realizations going on, but I need to put action in rather than just talking the talk. I need to follow it up with new things that are good for me and my kids, and that's it. So I've just had a bit of it. It's just been hard work, but
That sounds very warrior. That's very right.
I've
got
got
it in there.
Warrior tattooed on my arm as well.
Oh, good, good.
Had it for years. But yeah, I'm all right. I am all right. I had a little cry in my group supervision this week, with Tom, and I let my tears out and I let my guard down and got some feelings out. And I'm just keeping things in the day. So I'm all over, really, as you can probably tell. I'm all over the place, but I'm clean. I still haven't used anything, which is good considering the shit I've had going on. So that's a bonus.
Oh, such strength when you talk, Andrea. Wonderful. Who you tagging?
You,
Me.
yes.
Fucking hell, right in there. Okay, David checking in. It's so nice to see everyone here. I'm excited. Really nice to see you, Jamie. You made it. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, so I'm feeling good, and I'm really looking forward to this class. I will tag Aura.
Hello.
You look
Yeah.
cold.
It's freezing and I have a heater right next to me. Ugh, the heat does not work in our building, but it's all good. We persevere. So blankets are for. I'm feeling okay today. Christmas, not my favorite time of year. So glad that's over with. Won't have to worry about it for another 12 months. So I feel like I just brought a lot of stuff up for me. It was not like a good time. So like I got through it and I did get to see like my friends and my goddaughter, and that was the best Christmas I've ever had, honestly. Was I felt very loved and everything. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to the new year and implementing like a lot of things. Not necessarily like materialistic things, just internal. Like there's a lot I want to work on and I feel positive and driven to do so. And so, yeah, I'm checking in feeling motivated. And I will tag Craig.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm checking in great. I had a great New Year, great Christmas, New Year. I think it was one of the best ever. With my new girlfriend and kids. Just absolutely fantastic. Best Christmas I've ever had. And now I'm just full of busy and dead grateful. Just keep myself busy. I'm loving it. So I'm just checking in good. Um, oh, who's left to tag in?
Jamie.
I'll tag in Jamie then.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Finally gotten around and having free time to jump onto this, so that's good. Yeah, I've had a lot of information in the last few days, so my head's just a bit all over, but I'm doing good.
Great. Who hasn't been?
Sorry, I'm late.
Then, well, that's you. Would you want to check in?
I am all right. Had a chill Christmas. I was ill.
Oh dear.
I've been ill, so I've just had a quiet one. Yeah, I feel drained.
Oh, you sound drained, Jamie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm drained. Okay.
Well, I'm all right.
Well, listen, wonderful for getting here. If you need to jump off and look after yourself, please feel free to do that.
Yeah, I should be all right.
Yeah.
I should be all right.
Yeah. And I really just want to honor you, James, for like posting pictures of your dog and getting involved on the platform. It really is leading the way in terms of using play to teach people how to do things.
Yeah.
So by posting pictures of your dog, not only is it nice to see your dog, but also what it does is it tells us a bit about you, and then people can comment and then post their picture. And while they're posting their picture, I know Emma will be going to Trish, How do I post this? What do I do? I need to post this bloody picture of my dog. What the fuck must I do now? I'm not going to cut. Yeah, and then
It's the
Tricia.
opposite way around that, because I haven't got a clue with stuff like that. I'll be asking her.
Okay, well, whatever. The point is, people come together and work something out how to do it. Yeah, and it's really important for bringing technology and the systems that we work with to help us in lived experienced organizations to fulfill our professional roles within the organization that we're in. Yeah. So this 2 hours on a Thursday afternoon is a systemic wellness practitioner training to help you guys in your professional roles within the organization you're in. So even if you're a volunteer, you're still a professional. Yeah. There's still a way of showing up as a volunteer. Yeah. And people will show up as volunteers, or well, ambassadors, volunteers, and then people will then get employed and to be paid to show up in a certain way. So I want you all, if you can, is next to your name, just do like Dion's done. Epic Restart is an organization she works with and her job role in that organization. So Katie's done it as well. Very posh Katie, executive director, coordinator. So that doesn't mean she coordinates the executive directors. She is an executive director and she coordinates. Okay. Andrea is CFN. What does CSMF stand?
That's Changing Futures Northumbria.
Changing Futures, great. Thank
Thought
you.
it's too long to put all that on, so
Yeah. No, fuck that shit. Just
yeah.
CFN, that's great. Okay. And there's another CFN colleague here. There's Tom CFN. What's your job role at CFN, Tom? Also high intensity caseworker.
Yes, I am a high intensity caseworker. That's what my job title is. So I'll change that.
So my name is Tom. I work for CFN and my job is HICW. That was a joke, Tom. Can you smile, please? Jesus. Okay. So Aura's Recovery Connections, volunteer coordinator, and then Amy, Epic Restart. Cool. Right. So
Has mine changed?
Rehab coach, Recovery Connections. Yeah, you've just taken off your name, James.
Oh, well, I'll be all right with it.
We'll just say it's the man with the dog. All right. So the next thing is we've created the container. So we've checked in, we've contracted around what this is about. Yeah. What is the agenda? So the overall agenda is using coaching to support people in their professional role. Now we are here. Where should we go? What's going on? What's happening? Right, well, that was a fuck up.
Well,
Okay.
I'll start, David.
Okay, there we go. Thank you
So-
for rescuing me.
So what's happening for us at the minute? I've been here since June, and I feel like I've been here forever, to be honest. Like the way I know the people who I know, my community and stuff like that. But we've got like a few new starters, and I can remember being in their position, like a rabbit in the headlights and stuff like that. So, for me, I just think it's about supporting each other and being open and honest and letting the new starters know if they don't know something. All you have to do is come and ask and like passing the knowledge I've gained up to now, because I'm sure there's plenty more to gain on like our new starters. Yeah.
Right.
So
What a wonderful topic to kick off with. All right, so let's unpack this a bit. So people with lived experience often come from very traumatic institutions. Yep, school has been traumatic. Maybe they were in the criminal justice system. Maybe they've got different learning styles. There's all sorts of and often people have been traumatized because of the way they've behaved. How can you do that? You dirty junkie, whatever. How can you get it wrong? We're taking your kids away. There's all that sort of stuff. And so when people come into an organization that is overwhelming because something's new, all that stuff kicks off. Yeah. So you'll notice it when we do the 3-day training and we first check in, people are kind of freaked out and they say, well, where's the manual? Where's the PowerPoint stuff? Where's all this sort of stuff? They get freaked out because they haven't got the thing that they normally complain about and that they feel happy complaining about. Does that make sense? So we don't like the learning environment, but we're going to complain about it because this is unsettling. Yeah. So Trish, where you're going now is very insightful. That like, I remember what it was like for me when I joined the organization. Let me put myself in the employees space and help onboard them into the organization so we can better serve the people outside of us in our community that we want to do. That is brilliant.
On the back of that, me and one of the new Jamie, one of our new starters, it's new to me as well. We've just started a new group. I know it, recovery to wellness. I know everything about it, but I've never delivered it. So he's helping me as much as I'm helping him, and like we're doing it together. So yeah, it's been great.
So you're collaborating.
Yeah.
Yep. So the two of you are coming together and you're kind of going, oh, fuck. Well, I'm a bit nervous and I'm a bit nervous. And you're both checking in. You're creating a container between the two of you, and your relationship is going into the container to deliver. Oh, I'm so excited. You can tell I've had a holiday. My kokorozashi is like leaking out to the side of my mouth. Wonderful. Wonderful. Another one of the challenges is when you ask someone, have they done so? Oh, hello, when are you joining us? Okay, you still need to unmute, even though you've got the headphones on.
You're all right.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm going to get on this next week. I've been so busy today.
Okay, how's your dad?
He's home now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
We'll be going back next month, so I'll just be in this vicious cycle till he stops working when he retires, which will probably be when he's 100-year-old, no, unlike these days. Do you know what I mean?
Cool.
Nice to speak to you anyway. I'll be on next week.
All right.
Kokorozashi.
Kokorozashi.
Ubuntu crew. 1, 2.
And as you can see, we're all very professional.
Lovely, lovely. Okay. So another one of the challenges is if somebody gets something wrong, they often don't know how to speak up and just say, listen, I don't know how to do this, or I fucked this up. And then they keep that stuff to themselves. Yep. And then the problem kind of escalates because nobody knows what's going on. So, for example, in the clinic in Johannesburg, Fatima Merida, who 2 Muslim girls that have been kind of impacted by life. Yep. When it comes to speaking up and asking for help, and there's a real fear, like, oh God, we don't want to tell David, we don't know what we're doing or what. Don't know how to ask for help. We don't want to stress him. We don't want to do all this stuff. And then often things fester. And then the next minute there's a crisis and, Johannesburg Water and Lights are there at the clinic to cut off the electricity. And then I've got to address a bigger problem because I wasn't made aware of it coming up. Yeah. And that's another thing that we need to kind of be aware of within the organizations we work with. So wonderful story topic, Trish. Let's open it up. And I'll try and keep quiet.
I really liked what you said there, David, about the people being too scared to bring problems. Certainly it's something that I always did my whole life. If I had a problem, I wouldn't share it. My pride would not allow me. I would try and sort it out myself, blah, 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 blah. It's very common, isn't it, in our environment. So what I try and do for the volunteers or the newer people coming in is share my vulnerability. I will, even if sometimes there's a white lie involved in it, that, I fucked this up, or, I've done, to share that, so to know it's okay, so that people feel more comfortable doing that. And that seems to have worked quite well. Most people do, come in with the honesty, know they can talk and share about it and look for a solution or a way forward.
Great.
Like when I started this role, there wasn't any volunteer coordinator for Hartlepool, so I wasn't picking up like anyone else's work, and I also had no clue what on earth a volunteer coordinator was. That was not what I had applied for, but I just wanted any role in the organization. So it was difficult, like you said, Trish, like being like a new start. It was hard, and I did have to ask for help because I didn't know like anything, but it's honestly been like a great experience making it my own. And I think I would have preferred to do it this way than pick up someone else's, because now my spreadsheets are color coordinated, all my folders are pink. And like, it's seriously though, like it's been great, like learning, because I'm, like I said, if I'm the only one here, if I don't do the work, no one's gonna do it. So it's lovely that like I have all of my people that like I can stay in contact with. And like one day I need help with anything, I'm there. And whenever I need, the coffee bike being done, like it's been lovely. I'm loving it. Seriously. So yeah.
Great. So you're in a role that wasn't there before and you had to make it your own.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah. And like, not to brag, but I think I do have the highest number of ambassadors signed up out of all the regions, like from one place. So pretty proud of that.
Good for you.
It's going good. A lot of people are like very interested. Like I'm not having to go out and find people who want to volunteer. Like people are coming and like really, showing so much initiative within, like, not everyone, you don't have to be sober to volunteer as well. You do have to show up to the building sober. But it's just really like heartwarming to see so many people wanting to like give back, honestly. Like it's great.
Wonderful. So it's not that rigid, you got to be abstinent before you can help. You can actually volunteer, and maybe that is part of someone's journey getting to abstinent.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a fuck up and that person never gets to abstinence because like,
But they're still like a person who has an understanding of addiction, regardless of if they've overcome it or not. And so any type of understanding of addiction is useful in like a lived experience space. Even just like creating like we will sit in reception sometimes and community members will come in, and even if there's just someone there who's creating, we call it like a recovery environment, even if that's not something they're actively in, just promoting that and like, I don't know how to explain it, like having that environment of bettering yourself.
You're explaining it wonderfully.
Yeah, like whatever that looks like for you. Like I'm very big on like the harm reduction approach. Like I don't think one track works for everybody. and I don't think it's right to shame someone into abstinence or judge them into anything, whatever that looks like for you. As long as you are happy and healthy, I will be there by your side. And I'm, like I said, it's just been great.
I think
Wonderful.
everyone has their own path, don't they?
They
Everyone
do.
has their own path to follow, and some have got corners where others haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Andrea, you were nodding there. You want to share what you were agreeing with?
No, just on the comment about everybody's journeys, you know, individual to them. Like, I really believe that. Like, who am I to push what I do or what I believe or what I think down someone else's neck? Do you know what I mean? Like, I take people as I find them, and you know, a lot of the people that I work with, you know, they probably all, well, I know they don't all want the same thing. Do you know what I mean? And that's okay. It's about what the individual wants, isn't it? And like Aurora said, like just being by their side and accepting them and taking them where they're at. Yeah, I think that's really important.
So the one continuum in the work is that continuum from addiction to harm reduction to abstinence, yeah? And that sits at the base of the model, and that's the support. So what does support look like for you? Or for the family? I mean, often the family really wants to drive complete abstinence, but the individual doesn't. And if you were married to my ex-wife, you'd also want to drink. So that's just one of those inability to change current situations, which wasn't possible. So the external environment causes so much stress. The person goes back to that way of coping.
I feel like you have to be selfish in recovery, and like you've just mentioned family and stuff like that there, David. But if you don't put 100% into you and your inner, you're not going to get 100% coming out. So I feel like it has to be, you have to be selfish.
And why is that selfish?
Well, because, well, I don't think it is, but
Okay, cool. So
like say let me think of an example. Say my family were going to, they were having, I'll give you a perfect example. So my mum wasn't doing it in this year, but my brother was, but they all drink. Now, if I went to a pub, I can sit there and it doesn't bother me because I never drank in the pub when I did drink. So, but go to my brother's house, I said no. I said I'm not coming. I'm not going to put myself in that situation because I'm
Good.
like I don't want to risk it, because although I'd be saying all the way there, I'm not going to drink. I'm not
So
going to drink
why
once I get
was
in.
that selfish?
Well, because then the family haven't seen me.
So the family are projecting onto you, saying you're selfish.
Well, they're never, but that's how I feel. Yeah.
No, I get it. So there's a sense of feeling of guilt and shame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So when we feel guilt and shame, it's a good opportunity to see what values are working for us. Yeah. So when you feel shame, you've betrayed your own value system. When you feel guilt, you've upset somebody else's value system. Yeah. So if I was in your situation, I wouldn't feel shame for not going,
but guilty.
But I might feel guilty because they're fucking complaining. So, well, it's Christmas. You need to come together as a family. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then my own shame around my using and fucking up might make me
it's my own fault that I can't be sat there, to be fair. Like I put myself in
and then I go and I people please, and then I go and do something that I don't want to do, and then I sit there, and because of my role, people then say, oh, you think you're better than us now. It's like, oh, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah. Just for the record, my family would never say anything like that. They understood totally, but yeah, that was the point I was trying to make.
She's only saying that because it's being recorded.
when you said something there, it kind of reminded me of like a situation I had with a friend. We met in rehab actually, so we didn't use together, but we both, you know, had history of it, and we got out and weren't really friends, but then we became really, really close later down the line, and I didn't know that she had started using again until it became extremely apparent. You know, she had lost weight and her behavior was just a bit different. And I wanted to like set a boundary with her and ask her, you know, like I can't, you know, be in a car with you knowing that you are high. Like I'm putting myself in danger here. I don't really want to be around you if you're doing this. And she said, "Oh, like, do you think you're like too good for me now?" And it kind of telling me that like I'm forgetting where I came from. And I was like, "It's not that. Like I want you to get help." But because she was so deep in the mindset of like I don't have a problem, like because she's saying she doesn't have a problem and she's bought a timered lockbox with her stuff to put in it. And I'm like, girl, like just because you're able to not break a lockbox, it was a whole thing. But we're not friends anymore because she didn't take it very well. But I wish I had like better words in that scenario because I think I felt really offended, honestly. Like I was a little pissed off. I was like, what do you mean I'm forgetting where I came from? I just don't want to be in a car crash. You're on substances. Like I think that's a very fair point to ask, but it's difficult. It was really difficult because I didn't want to feel like I was judging her because I really wasn't. But yeah.
So the feeling that comes up there is anger.
Yeah,
and
but
that's
also
about
concern.
yeah, fear and anger. Yeah. So the fear is looking into the future. It's like, oh fuck, do I want to get into a car with someone who's using?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me put in a boundary. Yeah, and then putting in that boundary that triggers or that brings into the field that your friend has gone out there and was using again. And then that makes them feel uncomfortable. And then it's like, "Meow, meow, 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 meow."
Yeah.
And I love what you say about, I wish I had better words. Yeah. Yeah, I also feel that at times.
But that's my, what is it, frapping when I want to like rescue someone. That's my issue. That's where I always go to. So maybe there was no better words in that moment and I was just having to look out for myself. But again, because it's someone I care about, I wanted to help or change her viewpoint. But you know, she can only come from her.
And what a great thing to want to frap. It's
Yes.
like I really want to help you. The thing with coaching is in coaching days we don't frap. We try not to, because it's our anxiety that's going off in the relationship. But that's just in the coaching session.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean in friendships or parents or other. It's not like frapping is like in every relationship in life. It's just when you're in a coaching session, you're giving the person the opportunity to work their own shit out.
Yeah. No.
Cool. So Jamie, what have you learned today?
The main thing, like, so as Trish was saying, we've been doing recovery to wellness, instead of just a normal tea and toast session. So start of this week, we were both shitting it, thinking like, oh, they're gonna take it badly. They're gonna just think, oh, well, what's this? There's no point in us staying because it's not the same. And obviously things are changing. But like we did it on Monday, went in, anxiety through the roof, left that session and we're like, wasn't that bad? And like that's something that I always do. I always like overestimate how something's going to go. So like I don't think, oh yeah, it's gonna be this, it'll be fine. My brain's going into every single aspect, thinking they're gonna be fuming, they're gonna start because it's not the same. Everyone's gonna end up leaving. When in reality, yeah. couldn't have went better. Got feedback at the end of the session from the community members who had came. Honestly, couldn't have went better.
So one of the things with coaching, to be ethical, is you always want to forward the action and deepen the learning. So if you're sitting with someone every day for a year just having tea and toast, you're not providing the opportunity to move someone along.
Yeah.
You know? And that's fine. I mean, a lot of therapeutic relationships are like that, and but that's not where recovery coaching is. Yeah, and like in an organization, you want to continue to improve the organization. And
Yeah.
it's going to be no different for a Lero. You want to be getting a better return on your recovery capital.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So good for you, and well done for bricking it and going out there. Yeah. Did you see
Yeah.
how Trish just frapped him? Just
I didn't.
Look how she's in denial now.
I didn't. I was just asking the guys over there to be quiet a little bit because we could hear them over the mic.
I'm joking.
I was being thoughtful, David.
Oh, thoughtful, wonderful.
What does frap in stand for?
Fix, rescue, and
Does someone want to advise Trish what project is?
fix, rescue, advise. I've gone blank.
Can someone
Project.
There we go.
Fix.
Good.
Yeah. I got there.
Wonderful. Wonderful. James, how are you doing there? What are you learning? And then we'll go to Amy.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just taking everything in. Yeah. Obviously, you know, I related to a couple of them, you know, about being selfish. But what I learned in recovery, it's not selfish because I'm doing it for a better cause, for the community, for my family, and I think of it as selfless. It's doing something good to be a better person for the community and your family, so I don't see it as selfish.
James, I get so pissed off with you. You're so wise and you keep so quiet. So please speak up.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, so obviously in recovery I did struggle with it, the guilt and the shame about being selfish. But then I need to look at it positive rather than the negative mindset. And the positive mindset is that I'm doing it for a better cause. I'm doing it to better the community, to better my family, to better myself. So it's not a selfish. I'm not doing it to get anything off them or to gain anything off anyone. It's to help and to serve. So I see it as selfless. Which it is.
So that's a great reframe. Amy.
It just brings me back to the thing that I think about of like whether it's in work, out of work, thinking about my recovery. I'm only human. I'm going to make mistakes, and that's absolutely okay. With work, I always take the viewpoint of as long as it's not gross misconduct, I'm fine. It's okay. And that's something that I brought in lots of jobs actually, that as long as I've got a reasoning for my actions, because it's really hard when you're working with complex people, like thinking on the spot in that moment, sometimes you're going to get it wrong. But as long as I've got some valid reasoning, and if I get it wrong, I'll just reflect on it and think what I can do better next time. And that's how I've always worked. And I found that that's really helped me grow, not just as a coach, but in other jobs as well. Because we can't get it right all the time. That's impossible.
So what have you guys been getting wrong in Epic that you've been working on to get better? And that's to Dion and Amy.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I can think about like my coaching when like there's been times where like I've given an extra session and I probably shouldn't have done.
Oh my God.
Is
Shock,
that
horror.
wrong?
But I think I've given the extra session maybe for me more than the delegate.
Okay, so there's
So
there,
I've
there is
reflect,
that part.
yeah. So I've reflected on that where like we've definitely come to the end of the sessions, like they've had the amount of sessions and we're just carrying it on. And I think like, is this for me or them? And then when I've looked back, it's probably for me because we've got a great rapport going. Actually, they're ready to move on to the next step. They don't need me anymore. You know, so
I'm so
yeah,
guilty of that myself.
yeah. So that's like one thing on my side, and it's just reflecting on that. And then in the future, like if I feel like that's coming up, just talking to someone about it and having that conversation. And generally, someone will say, no, they've had their sessions, at the end. And I'm like, right, yeah, thanks.
So to give you an example, I was coaching someone in a Lero. Yeah. We did 6 sessions that was paid for by Imrock. Yeah. And then we extended for another 4 sessions and we've come to the end. And I have recontracted with them saying, I want to carry on coaching you in this area. I'm not going to charge for it because that money's run out. But what's in it for me is this. Yeah. So basically, it's what's beneficial for me is to see how they show up in their leadership in developing their Lero. That information is good for me and my agenda. And I was transparent about it. Yeah. So I'm not getting into business. Yeah. I'm not getting into any kind of sexual behavior, but there is this is what's going on. Are you okay with it? What do you guys think about that as peers? As my colleagues?
I feel like as long as you're being open and honest about it, and it'd be good for your research and like your statistics and everything that you'll need. Like this worked for this for that long, for like the next time. So yeah, I think it's been a good idea.
Who do I find out if it's wrong? Who do I speak to?
Like your peers.
That's you lot.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Your
you
peers,
lot.
yeah.
So what could I be doing? Where could it be seen as wrong or unethical? And I haven't forgotten you, Dion. I'm just circling around to it.
It could be a boundary thing, couldn't it?
A boundary thing, yeah?
You could be crossing boundaries.
Which boundary?
Favoritism, I suppose, because everybody has that 6 weeks plus extended 4, and now you've favoured him by giving him longer for no charge. I feel like it could be looked at as favoritism.
Okay.
Off the back of that, other people might then think, oh, well, he's done it for this person. Why can't he do it for the next? And then the next, the next, the next. And then eventually you'll be doing it for every single person on your caseload.
So just to bring some balance to that, I was being paid to coach another person also for 6 sessions, but they were done at 4. So I called that and said, okay, well, we've kind of achieved what we need to. Does that make sense? So I terminated early. Is that ethical?
I think
Yeah.
I think it depends how you end it as well. Like if that person is ready and you feel like they've got the tools and they've learned enough, reaffirm that with them, and then once they go out into the big wide world and start practicing those skills, And if they feel like they're struggling, I think they'd say the door is always open. But I think it's important for them to have their freedom and to incorporate what they've learned into life. I think if we go any further than that, we're restricting their growth, possibly, and they become reliant on us. Possibly there's yeah, I think that's important to take into account their growth and how we can hold them back by not allowing them the freedom to practice it.
And it's also a for the person and the organization. So where the person was and the organization is, they're at a point that's coaching now wouldn't be that beneficial. All it will do is kind of tick the boxes of going, okay, well, you've done that, that intervention was done, paid the money, but we paid the money, how come this? Do you know what I mean? There's part of it that goes, listen, we are where we are with this. Maybe in the future we can come back, and can we keep that budget aside? No, we can't keep the budget aside. We've got to close our books. And da, da, da. So it starts to become quite complex when you start to deal with bureaucracies and systems and policies. And this is where I'm going to go to Dion now. And I want to know what happened with your communication system and the groups and so you got your way.
Yay! I did the proposal and sent it before Christmas to the powers that be. It's been approved. So I'm literally just creating the plan for how we're going to actually activate all of that. So hopefully the next my manager's going to look at it on Monday, and I reckon the week after we should have it all good to go so that people can actually start connecting with each other in there. I'm keeping it very structured. It's not going to be a free for all, because as we've spoken about in the past, it could quickly turn into trauma dump and negative spirals. We don't want that. So I'm keeping it very structured. It's going to be pretty moderate, heavily moderated, but yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really positive thing.
So give us some context. So
so I manage the online community. So when was it now? About a year and a half ago, we started an app. Well, we're not allowed to call it an app. It's a platform because you can get it on your desktop too. But it's basically an app. And it was called, I was brought on to be community manager, but it's never actually been a community. It's always been more of a hub of resources and a library. So we'll get speakers in, there's tools, there's resources in there, but Epic, and understandably so, they've always been a bit scared of actually turning on the comments and giving people the ability to post in case it just turned into an absolute shit show. So it's been something.
Just pause there for a second. Okay. So Epic Restart is a national organization that's goal is to help people recover from gambling harm.
So sustain long-term recovery. So they already in recovery. The majority of people come to us from places like Gordon Moody, so rehab, and then we are basically helping them sustain long-term recovery.
You're so excited, huh?
I know, because I finally got my comments turned on.
Okay. So, and in order to do your job of building community, there was a lot of fear about how can we do this, because there's going to be safeguarding issues, or they're all going to kind of run off and do whatever these people do, which happens anyway, regardless of this. And you've had to put your case forward, and you've gotten buy-in from leadership.
Yeah, that's it.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Oh, really? Well done.
Finally got there.
Okay. What have you learned from that?
Perseverance, for one. Because it was a no for a long time, wasn't it, Amy? But I think perseverance, definitely just putting the case forward for why it is going to be beneficial. And I know there's still some fears and concerns around that. And again, all of that I've addressed for risk management. But yeah, I think we have to always remember that these are adults that we're dealing with at the end of the day. And I think, especially in recovery, it is really important to give people the community and give people the opportunity to make their own decisions around whether or not they want to connect with each other. But connection in recovery, it's so important. And a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people become very isolated. So my argument, and I know like other people within Epic as well, our argument's always been, well, how is it a community if no one can actually talk?
It's fucking ridiculous. It drives me fucking mad. I'm in a community down here and I wanted to put together a WhatsApp group. Oh my God, you would have thought that, like, Jesus Christ. And the kind of fellowship environment I come from like 30 years ago, it was pretty fucking interesting. Very interesting. All right, James, how's the container going? Because we're going to take a break now. Do you think we're safe in this container?
Yeah, I think we're safe. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right, let's see if we can mix it up after the break. Okay, so come back at 10 past. Does that work for everyone? No,
Yeah.
7 minutes past. That gives you
Yeah.
10 minutes.
I have to go now, David, because I've
Who's that?
got
Oh, Amy,
that's
don't
Yeah,
go.
sorry. But
Don't go.
I will be back like in a few weeks. I'll come again.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Amy,
I've really enjoyed it.
you're certified now, though, aren't you?
Yeah, but I thought
Okay.
I'd just pop in.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you popping in, and please pop in.
I will.
You bring such wisdom to the community, and it's important for us to have our peers, so you can say to me, David, no, I think you're fucking offsides here. Yeah.
I will. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
no,
Lovely to see
I'm
everybody.
serious, people, because if we look at like the NHS or the clinical environments, or they're going to have their perspective, but in the lived experienced environment, we need to be able to hold ourselves accountable to this area. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. See you all at all right, let's call it fucking 10 past now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Amy. Thank you.
Bye.
When's your baby a year?
April
April the?
12th.
Oh, my mum's birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm the 6th.
I love that. I can't believe how fast it's gone. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah. We did our training a year ago.
Yeah, I'm sure. What was that? I was quite heavily pregnant.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, because I remember I had to go to because when everyone had the evening meal after we did the training, I just stayed in the hotel room and they brought the food up to us. The staff.
That's right. Yeah.
I was so tired, but yeah, it's so crazy how fast it's gone.
Okay, cool. All right, so what's the first thing we do, Jamie?
Check in.
There we go. Go for it, mate.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Off the top of my head, which I need to ask you about as well, is the recovery coach sessions on a Tuesday or on the morning on Thursday?
Okay, so because you're at Recovery Connections, yep, you can come on a Tuesday morning from 10 till 12 in this room. You can come a Thursday morning 10 till 12 in this room, and a Thursday afternoon from 2 till 4.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tuesday morning is community of practice for people that want to do the certification and they're not part of an organization.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have different requirements to fill, but because you guys are working those sort of organizations, those are being covered already, like onboarding, client notes, safeguarding issues, Yeah. So you're lucky.
Right, perfect. Thank you. But yeah, other than that, I'm doing good. Better now. I've got an understanding of what days, what, and when.
Okay. And then the other thing is because you did the 3-day training, you've already done 20 hours of classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you do 10 hours here on a Thursday afternoon, that will take you up to the requirement to be a certified professional recovery coach and a systemic wellness practitioner.
Right. Perfect.
Cool.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Who are you tagging?
Katie.
Who?
Katie.
Oh, Katie.
Me. Yeah, I'm checking in. Enjoyed the first session. Busy brain. Looking forward to the second session. Thank you. And I'll tag Dion.
Thanks, Katie. I am checking in, still tired, but I've just had a coffee, so it's perked me up a little bit and I'm feeling good. I will pass to Trish.
Yeah, checking in good. I always enjoy these anyway, so I'm just glad to be able to get back on them because it's been that busy. So yeah, I'm good, energetic and good. I'll tag the lovely Aurora.
I'm checking in, feeling good, like my Sudoku as I do on my breaks. And yeah, looking forward to the rest of this. And I will tag Andrea.
Thanks, Aurora. Yeah, I'm canny. I've just made a coffee as well and shoved a bit of cookie dough down my throat on my break. That's 2 big bits I've had to do. So yeah, I feel a bit sick, but apart from that, I'm all right. And I will tag Tom.
Thanks, Andrea. Yeah, I'm good. Enjoyed the first session and looking forward to see what we'll cover now. And I will tag in James.
James, you're muted. Or have you run off to walk your dog? All right. Dion, do you want to go next?
What, checking in? I've checked in.
Oh, did you? Did I miss
Yeah.
it? Who
You were like
tagged
laughing
you?
and smiling along and everything.
I'm here. It wouldn't have
Oh,
mute.
there we go.
Yeah,
How
I'm
you
all
check?
right. I am all right. I'm just tired. But enjoying it. Ready for the next session.
Cool. All right. You know, I said in the beginning, people can be too shy or scared to ask something. What the fuck is Kenny?
Like, good.
I'm checking in Kenny, and can it be used in other context?
Canny, it means good, great, feeling good, feeling canny, feeling mint.
Feeling mint.
Yeah.
David, I'll have to text this to you. My list of, one second, let me put my brightness down. I have an entire list of Northeastern slang that I've learned.
Oh,
And it's a
wow.
long one. So canny is the first one on that list. So you're on basics. You're on A1 of the Northeast language. I'll send it to you though. It's a good list.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Will you post it on the Speak app? And then we can all learn together. Wonderful.
In
All
the
right.
group chat or where?
On the Speak app platform. Are you on the Speak app platform?
I don't believe I am.
Okay, you will be soon.
Got it. I'll keep that in mind for when I join.
Okay, cool. Stick your email in the chat. All right, so talking adult learning environments. Yeah. And the one half is ABC, action, behavior, consequence. And then the other half is learning through play. Yep. Do you remember when I did this on the training? Yes, no?
Nah.
All right. Okay, so the ABC comes from behaviorism.
David,
Yeah.
sorry, I can't see nothing on my whiteboard, are you?
Oh. I don't know what to do.
You're the man. You need to fix it.
I'm
You
the
need to
man. I
click-
need to fix it.
Click rejoin at the top. I just had to rejoin.
Rejoin?
Like at the top where it says you are viewing David Collins' whiteboard, there's a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, rejoin.
Should it say rejoin?
Did that work?
I just need to
Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll do something else.
tell me to sign in.
Okay, now don't worry about that. Let's do this then. See if this works. Yeah, and how do I switch off this fucking filter shit?
It's asking me to sign in and I don't have a login.
Why is it all blurred? Okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on. All right.
You've got the blurred background on. How the hell can anyone remember how to change it?
Have I got? No, I haven't.
Oh wait, that's so if you click on video, so the little kind of like arrow on the right
That's
bit
a
of the
blurred
video.
background.
Yeah. Oh really? Oh, well, your
Yeah.
camera's just shit.
Thank you for I base my self-esteem on my camera, so just want you to know my feelings are feeling hurt. Blur my background, no thanks. All right, let's forget this and let's move on. I was going to do the adult learning environments where we, on the one hand, we learn through experience. There's something funny on my camera. Now it's irritating me. Andrea, take the container. while I work this out.
No pressure then. Um,
There we go.
saved. Wonderful.
Yay! Andrea, you can breathe now.
I know.
Okay. So let's try this. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's going to take too long to do. Or maybe not. Can you see that? Or not really?
Yes, yes.
You sure?
Yeah, it's all right.
All right. So basically it works like this. Here's the adult learning environment, and there's ABC, which is action, behavior, consequence. So you've got your theory, you've got your exams at the end of the year, that sort of stuff. And as you go through, you progress up. So that's pretty much how schools are. When you're in an environment where you learn through play or whatever, this is what you're looking for. Yeah. So, for example, I went to nursery school, primary school. I failed.
Yeah.
I had to repeat the year. I went on, I failed, and I repeated the year, but my marks weren't good enough for me to go to university. So I got kicked out of the schooling system and I went into this environment here. Yeah? Whereas my colleagues went on to that environment, they completed all this sort of stuff, and then they became doctors or psychiatrists or something like that. Me, what I did is I left that environment and I came back to the UK. I ran away from the army and I had to like squat to live. Yeah. So you break into a house, you put on a lock on the door, you start to learn about how to be a locksmith. You start to learn about squatters' rights. So you start to learn about the legal system. You connect the electricity. So you learn how to become an electrician. You connect the gas. You learn about the gas. Yeah, you connect the water. You start to learn about plumbing. You start to sell drugs because you want to support your habit. Yeah, so then you start to learn how supply and demand, market, things like that. So you learn from your environment. So people with lived experience come here. Now, I got a lot of lived experience and I'm able to build rapport with people that have also got lived experience and really struggle to connect with these sort of people because of the gap. Making sense?
Yes.
You're all blur from here when I put my glasses on. So what you're trying to do in an environment in your organization is you've got this thing here called the ZPD, Zone of Proximal Development. It's the distance between the teacher and the pupil. And it's going to be a lot easier for Trish, who's here, to build rapport with someone who's come from here and come into the organization. Because that person to see Dot up here, they might think, oh my God, that's the CEO and blah, 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 blah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then Trish can get support from her and then get support from her or him and then get support from Jenny, for example. Yeah. And Jenny's your deputy CEO. And what you've done here is you've created a chain of people with lived experience that are supporting each other. Yeah. It's like in high school. Yeah. It's easier for a 13-year-old to talk to a 15-year-old about sex than it would be for a 13-year-old to talk to her parents or the teacher or something. Yep. So kids teach kids because the zone of proximal development is closer. So when Andrea goes out on the street and meets somebody with high complex needs, and that person sees her and sees her lanyard and everything, that distance is huge. But when she shares a bit of her story, she gets to meet the client where they're at and is able to build rapport and start that person on their journey. Great. What a nice lesson. Okay, let me go back to my video settings. Adjust for low lighting. There we go. That's what made it blurred. Let me put a background in so I can get some marketing going in the background. So that looks all sexy. And then there I am with my jumper and my glasses. I look like I know what I'm talking about. And actually, I'm just a fucking con. So I'm a chancer. Okay, cool. So let's open the container. Okay, let's not. Go on, Katie, come in. Yeah, put your camera on. Save me. Frap me, please.
I didn't actually have anything to say. Let me quickly think. I would like to talk about diversifying a little bit, actually. And Dion, I would like your input. And this is a little bit me. Sorry, David, but it is.
No, great.
We are looking at offering support for gambling harms in our organisation alongside the addiction. We have no idea. We have some idea, but obviously, you know, and I would really love to collaborate with you guys and actually have a chat with you about this kind of thing. If you are open to that,
Let's do it.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. And within that, I think I know the answer, but it was brought to me because we're a new organisation. We're still looking for funding, blah, blah, blah. And someone suggested a monthly raffle that brings in a lot of money to other organisations. I questioned the ethics around that if we're going to go into looking at gambling harms. So I wanted your expert opinion on that.
Literally, as soon as you said the word raffle, I could feel that like tension rising in my body. It's definitely something to be aware about. And I know that particularly us as an organisation, I mean, even within our community platform, the platform we use has a native gamification feature, which do you know, like on Facebook groups, when if you comment lots, you get like the top fan badge and stuff like that. So I mean, it's pretty like it's harmless, but we are so careful of stuff like triggering people. And again, like the ethics, like even the gamification within the platform, we're not allowed to turn on and stuff with stuff with funding and that there's always things around that. So I think it's definitely wise to be wary about that.
That was my initial instinct. I was like, we can't do that. If we're going to start advocating this, we cannot do that. So
I would agree.
My thinking was right. So if you wouldn't mind putting your email in,
100%, I'll message you.
Perfect. Thank you. There we go, David. I saved you a little bit with a little bit of my own stuff.
No, that's fantastic. That's absolutely what this is about. Yeah. So I think that's fantastic that there's some collaboration going there. Dion, who makes that decision in your organization? Who says whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, or judges the ethics around that?
So we've got an SLT team which consists of like people like Richie, Deputy CEO, basically the top people, and there's a team of a few of
what
them.
team?
The SLT team. Don't ask us what it stands for because I've totally forgot. But it's called SLT, and they meet up every week and they discuss these sorts of things. They'll like put it to a vote and whatnot. And it's all of these sorts of things, stuff. Yeah, like where the funding would come from and things like that, to make sure, like you said, everything is ethical.
And also, sorry, before we finish on that, do you have people in the Kent area, or are you just all sort of up north?
It's national, but I think it just happened that a lot of the team are more up north. So just kind of like naturally, like more things are up north, but we are a national organisation.
So Katie, somebody just started the training this morning who's just joined Epic, who's down in, oh fuck, what's the area? I think it's Kent. Margate?
Yeah, wow. Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's really good, because within that we've got an event coming up and we're looking at bringing in some gambling harms people. So
amazing.
You know, that would be ideal.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's connect.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Okay, great. So write the email addresses in the chat and let's go. Make it happen.
Side note.
You can also be on the platform where
I only
Katie's
know
already
this.
active. Go on then, Jamie.
I only know this because I was sent to them all the time in school. SLT is senior leadership team.
That's the one. Thank you. My mind
Sorry.
completely went blank.
It's not just a pretty face, our Jamie.
Senior leadership team. All right. So let's explore that for a bit. Let's just be playful. Yeah. Is a raffle going to trigger someone that's a gambler?
I think it would, definitely, because you're getting that tense anticipation, waiting to see if your numbers are there. So it's going to trigger all sorts there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, anyway, my opinion is definitely it's a bad idea.
From personal feelings, I wouldn't necessarily say I was a gambling addict, more drugs and alcohol, but even now when we're in the fellowship, we'll have some raffles sometimes, and honestly, the buzz I get from the, like, when they're reading the number out, it's just like, I find it so, like, I love the reward it gives. So I can only imagine if someone has been a gambler in the past who suffered gambling harm, it would be pretty horrendous, if I'm being honest.
It's the same as the substance, I think, really, because you're getting that hit of dopamine and everything, and you're in that moment.
Yeah, it's like even just say like a bingo thing. Like obviously, the more you get, the higher chance of winning, supposedly. So it's like if there's a raffle, then the more you buy, the more likely you are to win. So you're gonna have, well, probably a higher urge to go and get that and get more of them.
I think it was interesting that the gamification of the app was brought up as well. I hadn't even thought about, like, I know like social media addiction is very, very real, and like the dopamine hits people get from like commenting. Oh, I gotta plug my computer in. But like, I didn't even think about that, like on a platform. Like, yeah, that would be crazy. Like, I know even I, if I make a comment and it like gets a lot of likes, I'm like, I do get that, like, ooh, I did good. Like, it's that validation as well. I haven't even thought about it from a lens of like addiction. So that's given me something to think about.
And the thing is as well, my argument is it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. So for example, one of our staff members, she's got a couple of 100,000 people on her TikTok. She's got a really big following. And the reason, like, she knows that she's got such a big following is because she's like, look, my audience are gamblers. I know that TikTok and that instant gratification, the right audience are going to see it. So she is actually all for enabling the gamification, because just like all it's going to do is encourage more engagement within the community, which could therefore help the community and the people within it. But it's just there's just arguments for and against it. But yeah, I'm with Stacey, who it is. I think it could actually be used to people's advantage, but there's a really fine line between it being beneficial for people and then becoming harmful. So I think we're just kind of like no to anything that goes into that.
Yeah, I think there, like, yes, you said, like, there's a fine line. I know for me, like, my TikTok is like my personal account, but I do try and be like pretty like transparent on there about like mental health or whatever. And it has sparked, like, I've had people message me and like, you know, then it sparks like a healthy conversation and they ask what worked for me or whatever. So it can be a good tool, but yeah, everything can be unhealthy when used.
That's it. And funny enough, Gamba, I think it's Gamban, their website, they actually have a like gamification, like reward system. So they have actually went for it. And Amy, actually, who was on the call earlier, she has, and she won't mind me saying this because I was able to use it for the proposal, and she told me that it's like it can be public knowledge. But she says the reason she goes on that app is because she loves that reward system. She loves that the more she uses the app, the more badges she gets.
Yeah.
So it makes her more engaged on an app that is helping her within her recovery. So Gamban are actually taking advantage of that gamification.
For a healthy thing. Yeah, that's such a cool lens. Thank you.
Fuck, I've got to get this working on our platform because it's only me and Paolo posting. Fuck.
Do you know what's interesting? I was looking at through my algorithm on social media, and a lot of it's like wellness sort of things and addiction, and I was saw it like somebody saying how to promote like a page, and I put into ChatGPT how to promote. I just said, how do I promote a viral Instagram post, sort of advertising a counseling service, and all the ideas that it came up was literally like everybody that's doing it now. Do you know what I mean? It was just it was bizarre. It was really, really bizarre.
I did a bit of research a little while ago about Temu and Shein because of that dopamine hit, and I actually looked into it a little bit and how they 100% use that. The wheels, the flashing lights, all of that, you know, the offers that you got to do it now. And it was like, whoa, it's very clever. But how fucking sneaky. You know, no one's aware that they're just being drawn in. And I have been numerous times, hold my hands up, you know, drawn into that.
Well, it looks like you got a Timo jumper on.
No, it's my Raw jumper.
Cheeky bugger.
Oh, my cheeky. Oh, shit. Okay. Aren't they orange as a colour, though, Timo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I bought one thing from them, and then it was fucking just emails after email after email after email. Yeah. So what I don't understand,
I need to do a bit of work on myself around the Temu addiction, if I'm honest.
So this is the other challenge we have. You have substance use disorder, which is a medical DSM-5 diagnosable criteria disorder. And then you have this blanket term of addiction, and then recovery kind of, you know, so you're recovering from substance use disorder or you're recovering from addiction, and it becomes very, very kind of murky. And everyone has a fucking opinion. Yeah. And everyone will project what is good and what's bad, or yeah. So your SLT, what was it? Senior leadership team, need to make some sort of ethical decision around something that your company, your organization needs to behave in a sort of way. Yeah. And then that decision gets made, and then that gets put into a policy. and then something else comes up, and that decision gets made and it gets put into a policy, and then something else gets made, and something else, and something else. And then before you know it, you've got a whole lot of bureaucracy and policies to get through before you can actually help the person that is suffering. And a lot of those things end up serving the organization and the people that be, as opposed to the patient. Yeah. So if you just look at it from like, so down here in London, there's somebody here that has waited 3.5 years for a detox from alcohol because of this. Yeah. I got into trouble about 18 months ago. I needed to go sort myself out. I knew I needed to stop drinking, get some Valium, go through a detox, and fucking get my shit together. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it winds me up, actually. It really fucking winds me up because the system becomes so inefficient and so expensive because of these policies and these things that often get put in place because some crisis has happened. Yeah, and then people have the fantasy, if we put a policy in place, that crisis isn't going to happen again.
What annoys me on the back of that, David, with all that and the system and stuff like that, it's like when you're poorly and you're ill. So, say for instance, I went into hospital with my appendix. I needed my appendix out, and I'd stay in hospital for that couple of days after to recover from that. Whereas if I went into hospital with an alcohol withdrawal, they'll kick you out the next day and tell you to keep drinking instead of treating the actual.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
really boils my piss. Yeah.
I can feel that. That
Yeah, it
boils
does. It
my piss.
really annoys me.
Yeah, so I'm colluding with you on that one. I'm resonating with you. I want to be attracted to that. Yo, yeah, let's fucking go fight it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets me too. How do you think that happened? I mean, these aren't stupid people that run these organizations.
Not, but I think most of it's stigma, and it's like because like we're in active addiction, we're doing it to ourselves, if you like. That's what most people would think, that like, whereas my appendix, I can't help that, it's just happened. Addiction is something I've caused, and I just think some people are narrow-minded like that. I think it comes from that.
So
I also think there's a bit of handing the responsibility back to the person, because some people have multiple detoxes, you know. So I think that was probably their great idea. You know, we can't keep doing that. We can't keep paying for that. Again, money, stigma, all of that. But, you know, and it's what I always say, if you had cancer, right, you've got cancer, you have treatment, you go into remission, but then it reoccurs, you have a resurgence of symptoms, they wouldn't say then, oh, fuck it, you ain't having no more treatment. You know, it's nuts. I mean, but I think that's where it's come from, isn't it? Keep doing the same thing over and over.
But that's like, addiction is an illness, and
exactly.
It does reoccur sometimes. I mean, there's not very many people I know that did it first time round. Like, I think part of it is them relapses that you're learning from.
Absolutely. And I do think as well, you know, I know for a fact I had to wait 4 months for my detox, when I had my detox, and it was almost too late. I was shutting down. Do you know? So how many people has it been too late for?
Oh, a lot. Definitely.
Just on the back of like places where they've got them policies or procedures in place where it's kind of like a detriment to the people who are needing the help. Like when I went to Arch and got referred to them and everything, I'd opened up for 2 hours about subjects that I hadn't spoken to for 5-6 years. And then after I'd spoken to them for 2 hours in this introductory session, they were like, well, because you're still using cocaine and other drugs, you can't do anything about it. So sent us away.
Bullshit.
So I left there and then went and got the same thing that I was using to deal with it, which was substances.
So,
It's like
so if you were in charge, what would you change?
that I'd let the person know that I was working with that it is going to be topics that are very triggering and it is going to be hard. Because at the end of the day, recovery is hard. It's not an easy thing to do. But from starting being in recovery to continuing with it, because you're dealing with life on life's terms. And that's what recovery is all about in the long term. So if so say I was running a service like Arch or counselling or anything like that, I'd say to them, look,
What's
it's not going to be
Arch?
an easy ride. It's a sexual assault therapy.
Okay.
Like if someone came to there or any sort of therapy and I was working there, I'd just say to them that it's going to be hard, but as long as you're still open and honest with me of if your drug use is increasing because of it or anything like that, along with dual working with some sort of recovery service, so like CGL Recovery Connections, that would be the way to go forwards in my eyes, rather than just saying we can't do nothing about you because you're using.
I totally agree with you there, Jamie. I feel it's absolutely ridiculous because the majority of the time, well, a lot of the time, addiction does come from trauma, and you need to be dealing with that trauma to beat the addiction. So both of them hands on at the same time would be ideal, wouldn't it? It's about services working together for that person, and I think as long as you're not turning up to appointments absolutely off your face under the influence, you still need your coping mechanism, and people need to understand that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So here we go. Here's something I prepared instantly. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
All right. Can you read it?
Also, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So this is a infographic which is I've just created using the UK alcohol guidelines, clinical guidelines. So this comes from the UK government's site, and this is what the government stance on this is. What does this picture tell you? Let's go through the picture. Let's start up in the top left hand corner here, Jamie.
Start with a comprehensive assessment. Use validated tools to identify risk, assess needs, and create a personalized treatment plan.
So what are those tools, Dion?
I don't know, this has got my head pickled. I'm still reading the first bit.
Okay. So the tools that come to head for me would be things like the DSM, the criteria for substance use disorder or alcohol misuse disorder, or yeah. So that'll be medical side. That'll sit in the medical area. Okay. Katie, what do you see next?
Combine psychosocial and medical interventions.
Okay, what does that mean for you?
For me, it means what we do is we work alongside people working with their doctors or more traditional treatment services, and we are that, going back to that 167 thing, you know, we are that extra time. So you have the things that are in place officially, and then we do the other stuff, you know.
So the person would go for an hour assessment with the doctor, would diagnose them using diagnostic tools, say, here's a medication you need, this is what you need to detox, here's this crowd here, the psychosocial stuff. So then you're kind of working with the community, learning the psychology stuff, learning information about your condition, and then socializing within an environment where you're going to be able to practice that stuff. Like the drawing, the squiggly bits in the drawing. Yeah. So the diagnostic side is the ABC. The psychosocial stuff is the fucking wow, 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 wow. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Let's go on to Trish. What do you see? All right. Can anyone lip read?
My bad, sorry. Can anyone lip read? No. For me, it will be the medical side of it. So it will be obviously medication or whatever is needed to safely come off, in my case, alcohol, but also tackling the reasons why at the same time. So like therapy, if you like, alongside a bit of counselling, which is what I did. I did counselling alongside, to be fair, it never worked, but I tried it. I done counselling alongside trying to reduce.
Okay.
So like I was doing both at the same time. Although, like I said, that never worked for me.
Okay, so there's managed withdrawal options for whatever the substance is, and then there's tailored supports for diverse needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. All right. Andrea, you still here? I can't see everyone on the screen. There we go.
Yeah, I'm
Andrea,
still here. I'm still here.
what do you see?
And with which part? The one we've just been talking about, or?
In any part. We're just looking at this picture and just working shit
Yeah,
out together as a team.
So if I look at the top right about building long-term recovery, I think that's after getting through the initial, withdrawals, if you're being physically addicted to a substance or whatever, starting to look forward. It's really important. You need to have good recovery capital going on around you, so that you do have that long-term support. And that might not be abstinence for somebody. Like I say, it would just depend on the person. For me, and just I can only speak for myself, it's had to be abstinence-based recovery. So looking at who I can reach out to for support. Is there any sort of groups that I could attend that's going to help us with that? Having a plan in place, like it says, they actually incorporate peer support, mutual aid groups, and employment services into recovery planning. Like you've got to build a new life because everything that you've known before this needs to go. That's my experience. So you've got to start afresh. So you need to be planning, like, what's my life going to look like? And you need people for that. You need other people. You need other things around you. So, and it's got to be maintained. It's for me, it's something that I need to work on regularly. Once I stop working on it, my thinking can take me back to thinking all kinds of things are great ideas again that aren't. So I need to have a lot of, I've got to have a lot of support around us. I need to be reminded all the time. I need to have people I can rely on. So I think that's really important, building long-term recovery support. 100%.
Cool. So you can see from the center here, it's a fucking complex thing that we're working with, huh? And we are working in the system. So this is about looking after us in our roles in the organizations that we work with. Right, there endeth the lesson. Wasn't that fucking sexy, huh? I love AI. I can take the government's recommendation, which is written like this, this, and this. I can't access it because of my dyslexia, but I can get AI to create a picture and they go, oh yeah, that's what I've been talking about all the time. You should have listened to me earlier. But because I don't have letters after my name, they wouldn't listen to me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, but I've got letters after my name now. LSD, alcohol. All right, everyone. I've really enjoyed today. Thank you so much.
Thank
Should
you.
we start the checkout?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who wants to go first? Let's start with James. He's been hiding in the corner there.
Yeah, I'm all right. I enjoyed that session. I enjoyed the little photo bit there at the end. It's my role, basically.
Exactly.
You know, like I work, obviously I work alongside clinic leads and clinicians and doctors. So when people come with either it's opium, alcohol issues, whatever it is, I work alongside them to help with the physical withdrawals first, get a plan of what they need for their recovery, and a plan for when they come out of the detox, whether it's rehab, whatever they want support with. That's what
James, please say opium again.
Opium.
Oh, that sounds so nice when you say that. Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you, James. I'll send that picture to you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Who are you tagging, James?
Leon.
Thank you. I am checking out, feeling really good. Loved that call. Thank you. I will pass it to Jamie.
Yeah, I'm glad that I've actually had time to jump on for once. Hopefully you'll be seeing more of me. So yeah, I'll pass to Trish.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. You know, like it always, whenever I do anything like this, it's you never know everything, and you're always constantly learning from your peers. And I just love being able to just sit in a room with everyone and just being taught. So thanks, everyone. I'll tag Aurora.
Thank you. Checking out, feeling good. I've got a long rest of my day, but it's gonna be nice to get into bed. I think I learned quite a bit today on just expanding things that I think I already know, like that image, right? If you would have asked me, is alcohol treatment like a multifaceted thing, I would have been like 100%. But seeing it like listed out there with everything kind of broken down was very, very helpful for my learning style. And yeah, it was great hearing everyone talk. Thank you guys. I will pass it to Tom.
Thank you. Yeah, really enjoyed today's session. Thanks everyone for contributing. That picture was excellent for me as well. I loved how simplistic it made of quite a long sort of piece of information. I thought it was brilliant. So thank you for that, David. Checking out good. Thank you. And I will pass you to Andrea.
Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I really enjoyed seeing it like that. It's much easier than having to read through sheets and sheets and sheets that make no sense. So yeah, it's been good today. I've really enjoyed it, and it's been nice catching up with everybody after the Christmas and New Year. So thank you for that. And it was lovely to see Dion as well. I don't know if everybody's been apart from David, am I right? Is it just David left? And Katie. Katie, pass to Katie.
Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I really loved that picture, and the importance, reminding of the importance of what we do. You know, like sometimes we work with people who haven't had to go through the detox process. They haven't had to have the medical intervention. So actually, we're doing the other stuff, which is as important, and we can forget that. You know, that's the stuff that sustains it. So that was really good. And yeah, lovely to see you all after Christmas. Really enjoyed today. Thank you. David.
I've loved today as well. I've loved the coming together of everyone. I'm really loving the collaboration between Epic, Restart, and Raw, and just kind of saying, shit, we need these skills in our community, because I feel assured that there's professional lived experience coming in and the collaboration around that. I also loved the drawing at the end, and I'm so pleased everyone else found that helpful. I'm going to jump off sides here, and I'm going to say, Trish, please can you make sure Emma helps to get people onto the SpeakApp platform? It's part of her qualification to become a master coach. Yeah, so it's stretching her in her IT skills and everything. You've got the WhatsApp group. Yeah, but then
Can I
there
just
she
say,
is.
Can I just say, like, everyone's my witness that David asked me to do that. Yeah.
That's why I brought her in.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Emma's
I
there.
can't see you.
She's
Yeah.
gonna ask you to do something later.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay,
Professional.
Yeah.
great. Okay, cool. All right. And Jamie, you were the IT guy, yeah?
I can be.
No, you were nominated the IT guy. You've done a shit job so
Yeah,
far.
well.
Just saying.
Well, I don't have the resources of what you need me to do, and I haven't been shown myself.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
If
fair
I'm on the
enough.
platform, I can get other people on.
Okay, great. Have you got an email address now?
Yes.
A Recovery
Yeah,
Connections one.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Okay, great. All right. So we'll get you on to collaborate with Emma. Yep, and we'll take it from there. So thank you for
Perfect.
that. All
No,
right.
no problem.
Cool. Okay, everyone. See you later. No, wait, hang on. I've just got anxiety. Jamie, I'm feeling bad that I said you've done a shit job. I'm thinking, oh, fuck that up.
No. No.
Yeah, I'm just being playful and anxious.
No. I've just been run like a headless chicken for the last like 3 weeks.
Oh, he's exaggerating.
Am I?
All right,
No.
everyone. See you all soon. Remember the Sober Companion training, 16th of 17th of February. Please plug it.
Hey.
Is that just online?
See you all later.
Bye.
Bye.
It's in person, Jamie.
Right.
Do
no
we have
problem.
to? Are you still there, David?
Yeah.
So will we just speak to our lab manager about that and get onto it then?
Yeah. See if you can get away and come down to London for it.
Oh, is that where it's at?
Yeah, it's in person.
Are you picking us up then? What time shall I be ready?
Well, I think you should take one of the Recovery Connections vans and come down.
If
So
only
when's
we
the
could. If only.
yeah? So when's the personal helicopter coming to get us?
It'll most probably come and take you back. All right. Bye, everyone. See you later.
Bye.